Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another quick pick prediction video. In this video, I'll be predicting the middleweight bout between Gerald Meerschaert versus Krzystof Jotko. And hot six one right here, so really competitive one right here. You know, maybe a couple years ago it wasn't that competitive, but I can lean to lighting, lean to momentum. I lean to momentum Meerschaert. If I lean to based off stylistically Jotko, I'm gonna lean stylistically. That's how I typically lean. Well, unless it's a fight where I really don't know how to feel about, because it's not really a style thing or pattern thing between these two necessarily, or like in some matchups, then I'll lean maybe momentum wise. But given that there is a little bit of style thing that I like here and the pattern thing I like here, I'm gonna lean Jotko here. Jotko had like what 86% takedown defense ratio, been in with some pretty decent guys takedown wise. Hasn't really lost a fight except maybe one. I'm forgetting the guy he named he lost to, but that was like 2007, 2016, where it was a close decision loss. I'm forgetting David Branch. David Branch did get a couple takedowns in there and was able to edge a very close decision over Jotko. At that time, David Branch was coming in as a two-weight champion and with World Series of Fighting, I believe, at the time. Yeah, he came in like with the middleweight and light heavyweight champion, but yeah, coming in there and yeah, that was that one time. Other than that, most of his losses have been like, I think, knockout losses to some of the better strikers. Well, not some of the better, like maybe Uriah Hall, other guys. Not whatever. But yeah, with Meerschaert, mostly his job, he gets work done is on the ground. He has had some good moments on the feet, but most of the part, he's a guy who gets things done on the ground. And Jal got that 86% takedown ratio. And the fact that he has, I feel like he's the better striker. I do have my issues with him going straight back and might leave him open and stuff. Or Meerschaert might be able to try to push him back and try to hold him in his cage and wall and stall him to a decision. But Jal, like I said, is underrated, solid wrestling defense, good at getting off the fence. And I feel like he's the better striker. I don't know if he'll materialize a knockout in this one. I'm going to say decision. Jotko is not necessarily the greatest finisher. Meerschaert's a great finisher on the ground. He does have a couple little times on the feet he might get some, but most part, like his biggest threat is on the ground. The biggest threat he presents, and I feel like Jotko can really prevent from getting there. And he has been in there with better grapplers than Meerschaert. So Jotko really hasn't had no issues necessarily with submission grapplers. And I mean, he has had hard fights, but it has not necessarily been the path to beating him. Is all I'm saying. So does pretty well against that style of fighter. Got to take down the fence. Should be able to keep us on feet. Is the better striker. Meerschaert has been sparked many times on the feet by lesser strikers. So I feel like this is Jotko's fight to win stylistically. I'm gonna stick to that pattern. Good fight, probably like a low confidence, average confident pick right here. Just giving up based on how good Meerschaert is looking right now. Well, at least winning wise, his last fight wasn't all that impressive. Like had to really, I mean, as far as winning, the way pulling all the way back from behind to get that finish was impressive. But he was fighting low competition. That was a big step back as far as that. But it's always good to show that you can pull through adversity and get a win when needed. And that's good in that sense. But it was a step down as far as the competition, to struggle like that and to need to come back like that was not a good look. And then outside that, he submitted a one-dimensional wrestler. And then the other big one's Magma Murdoch. So matter of fact, really the only big one is Magma Murdoch. That's one that's kind of got people on him. But anywho, I feel like Jotko's, he's experienced, he's been around, and no fresh face, and should be a stick to his strengths and get his hand raised in a decision victory. So in this fight, I got Krzystof Jotko via decision.